In the beginning of the movie, we get to meet with Brian, who is an outcast girl, living peacefully in a forest area a bit far away from the town. But one night, when an otherworldly creature visits her home, her peaceful and lonely life gets shattered by it. Brian finds out that the whole city is now under the influence of aliens, and they are controlling the humans by injecting an insect in their neck. For this reason, Brian couldn't find any help from the town, so she takes refuge in her own home. But soon, she gets attacked by various kinds of aliens, and after fighting them all, one alien finally gets a grasp on her, and puts an insect inside her neck. After this, Brian finds herself in her bedroom, realizing all of this was only a nightmare, but when she gets to meet with her dead friend Maud, she knew that this isn't the real world she lives in. Brian says sorry to her friend Maud, and starts to drag out the insect from her neck, and once the insect gets out, Brian returns to her senses, who is now sitting in front of her house. Brian tries to kill the insect by squeezing it in her hand, but suddenly a UFO appears, and starts to transform the insect into a humanely structure. Terrified by the scene, Brian runs into the forest, where suddenly another Brian appears in front of her, and starts stabbing the real Brian, but somehow the real Brian manages to kill her fake clone. After this, a long-armed alien blocks Brian's way, and finally she gets captured by one of the UFOs. Coming to her senses, she finds herself stuck in a blue light in the middle of a dark room, where she was surrounded by lots of aliens, and when an alien comes near her, and touches her forehead, she starts to see visions of her childhood memories, where we get to know, in the age of 12, her best friend Maud was accidentally killed by Brian. Although it was unintentional, the citizen starts to despise Brian, and for this reason, she became an outcast at the age of 12, but she could never forgive herself for murdering her own best friend. Brian was living alone for 10 years, and deep down she also wanted to talk and make relations with other people, but for her childhood mistake, even now the citizens didn't stop despising her. In the end of the vision, Brian gives some hope to her childhood version by holding her hand, and the aliens were watching all of this from a distance, meaning they were now inside Brian's mind. When Brian wakes up from her visions, she gets to see that the aliens were discussing something, and after the discussion ends, they freeze Brian from their UFO, and returns her to a nearby road, where we get to see, Brian was smiling now, and some lights were glittering all around her. In the end we get to see, Brian was a very happy woman, who was dancing at a party with all the citizens, and everyone except Brian was infected by the alien insect, meaning the whole world is now under the controls of aliens, but Brian is the only exception. With this, the movie ends. This was the whole story of No One Will Save You, and the ending could be a bit confusing for a lot of people. To simply put, Brian became an outcast at the age of 12, because she had mistakenly killed her best friend Maud. Although it was unintentional and she was only 12, society didn't give her any second chance, and started despising her, so Brian had to live alone for 10 whole years on her own, carrying the guilt of killing her best friend. Nobody could understand what Brian was going through, but when aliens read her mind, they understood Brian's pain, and gifted her a new life, where now the infected citizens makes Brian feel special, which was actually the work of aliens, and Brian accepted the gift, because she didn't felt alone anymore. Meaning, even when the humans didn't give any second chances to little Brian, aliens felt bad for Brian, and in sympathy they gifted her a new life. This was the theory I came up with after watching the movie, and if you have any other theories let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.